How to become a mountaineer or climber. Mountaineering is not just a sport or adventure. It's a way of life that combines physical endurance, mental resilience, and a profound connection with nature. Whether scaling icy peaks or navigating rocky ridges, becoming a mountaineer is a journey that requires preparation, skill, and a sense of purpose. In this guide, we explore the steps to becoming a mountaineer, highlight the achievements of top female climbers, and delve into the practical aspects of mountaineering. Steps to becoming a mountaineer. Understand the basics. Familiarize yourself with the fundamentals of climbing, camping, and navigation. Study different types of climbing: rock climbing, ice climbing, and high-altitude expeditions. Build physical fitness. Develop cardiovascular endurance, strength, and flexibility. Engage in exercises like hiking, running, swimming, and weight training. Learn essential skills. Master techniques such as rope handling, knot tying, and belaying. Acquire skills in navigation using maps, compasses, and GPS devices. Train for survival. Attend courses on wilderness survival, first aid, and weather assessment. Practice building shelters, starting fires, and purifying water. Join a climbing community. Connect with local climbing clubs or outdoor groups. Since climbers start small and progress gradually. Begin with easy climbs and progressively challenge yourself with invest in gear purchase or rent essential equipment including harnesses, helmets, crampons, ropes, and tents. Choose gear suited for the specific type of climbing. Gain certifications. Obtain certifications in mountaineering and climbing from recognized institutions like the American Alpine Institute or similar bodies in your country. Plan expeditions. Research the best months and routes for climbing specific peaks. Collaborate on your ascent. Embrace continuous learning. Stay updated with advancements in climbing techniques and safety measures. Participate in advanced training courses and workshops. Top 10 female mountaineers. Junko Tabe, Japan, first woman to summit Mount Everest in 1975. Completed the 7 summits in 1992, passed away in 2016. Wanda Rutkiewicz, Poland, first woman to summit K2 1986. Climb date of the 14 8000ers, died on Kanchenjunga in 1992. Lydia Brady, New Zealand, first woman to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen, 1988. Alive and currently a guide and motivational speaker in New Zealand. Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner, Austria, first woman to climb all 14 8000ers without supplemental oxygen, 2011. Lives in Austria working as a motivational speaker. Edurne Pasaban, Spain, first woman to climb all 14 8000ers, 2010. Lives in Spain and runs a mountain guiding business. Chantal Maudoui, France, climbed 6 8000ers without supplemental oxygen. Died on Dhaulagiri in 1998. Tamara Lunga, Italy, summited K2 in winter 2021. Currently active and based in Italy. Melissa Arnott Reed, USA, first American woman to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen. 2016. Lives in the US working as a guide and instructor. Nevis Maroy, Italy, climbed all 14 8000ers with her husband. Lives in Italy and continues climbing. Carla Perez, Ecuador, first South American woman to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen. 2019. Lives in Ecuador and leads expeditions. Training and preparation. Duration of initial training. Training for solo survival, camping, and climbing can take anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. Key areas of focus: physical endurance and strength, technical climbing skills, wilderness survival techniques. Recommended training institutions: American Alpine Institute, USA, Himalayan Mountaineering Institute, India, National Outdoor Leadership School, Knowles. Best months for climbing. The ideal months for climbing depend on the mountain. Himalayas, April to May and September to November. Andes, June to August. Alps, June to September. Rocky Mountains, May to October. Cost of climbing expeditions. Climbing the highest peaks can be expensive. Mount Everest, $30,000 to $100,000 per expedition. K2, $20,000 to $40,000. Denali, $8,000 to $12,000. Costs include permits, gear, guides, food and travel. Time required for expeditions: preparation time, 1 to 2 years of training and planning. Ascent and descent: Mount Everest 45 to 60 days, K2 50 to 60 days, Mount Kilimanjaro 5 to 9 days. Cities famous for mountaineering: Kathmandu, Nepal, gateway to the Himalayas; Islamabad, Pakistan, starting point for K2 expeditions; Chamonix, France, hub for climbing, base for Denali climbs; Quito, Ecuador, departure city for Andean peaks. Earnings of Mountaineers guides, $30,000 to $100,000 annually, depending on experience. Sponsorships and endorsements varies widely. Top climbers earn millions. Expedition leaders, $50,000 to $150,000 per year. Risks and rewards: fatalities: many climbers lose their lives due to avalanches, falls, or altitude sickness. Survival stories: the resilience of climbers inspires millions. Mountaineering is an extraordinary pursuit that requires grit, passion, and unwavering determination. By following the steps outlined above, aspiring climbers can prepare themselves to reach great heights both physically and metaphorically. Building upon the previous guide, here are personal stories and video links for some of the top female mountaineers. 1. Junko Tabei, Japan. Junko Tabei was the first woman to summit Mount Everest in 1975. Despite societal expectations in Japan that prioritized domestic roles for women, Tabei pursued her passion for mountaineering. She faced financial challenges and skepticism but remained undeterred. Her ascent of Everest was fraught with danger, including surviving an avalanche before reaching the summit. Tabei's achievement paved the way for women in mountaineering, and she continued climbing throughout her life, completing the 7 summits in 1992. She passed away in 2016. 2. Wanda Rutkiewicz, Poland. Wanda Rutkiewicz was a pioneering Polish climber, becoming the first woman to summit K2 in 1986. Known for her technical skill and determination, she climbed 8 of the 14 8,000ers. Her life was marked by both triumphs and tragedies, including the loss of fellow climbers and personal challenges. Rutkiewicz disappeared on Kanchenjunga in 1992 during an expedition, leaving a legacy of inspiration for female climbers worldwide. 3. Lydia Brady, New Zealand. In 1988, Lydia Brady became the first woman to summit Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen. Her ascent was initially met with skepticism and controversy, but over time her achievement gained recognition. Brady's career has been characterized by resilience and a commitment to mountaineering. She continues to contribute to the climbing community as a guide and motivational speaker in New Zealand. 4. Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner, Austria. Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner is renowned for being the first woman to climb all 14 8,000ers without supplemental oxygen, completing this feat in 2011. Her approach to climbing emphasizes respect for nature and a deep spiritual connection to the mountains. Kaltenbrunner's dedication and style have earned her recognition as one of the leading alpinists of her generation. She resides in Austria, working as a motivational speaker and sharing her experiences to inspire others. 5. Edurne Pasaban, Spain. Edurne Pasaban made history as the first woman to climb all 14 8,000ers, achieving this in 2010. Her journey was marked by physical and emotional challenges, including dealing with the loss of fellow climbers and personal struggles with depression. Pasaban's openness about her experiences has provided valuable insights into the psychological aspects of high-altitude climbing. She lives in Spain and runs a mountain guiding business, continuing to inspire future generations of climbers. 6. Chantal Maudoui, France. Chantal Maudoui was a French alpinist known for her ascents of 6 8,000ers without supplemental oxygen. Her passion for climbing was evident from a young age, and she became known for her elegance and strength on the mountains. Tragically, Maudoui died on Dhaulagiri in 1998, but her legacy endures, inspiring many in the mountaineering community. 7. Tamara Lunga, Italy. Tamara Lunga is an Italian mountaineer who has undertaken significant high-altitude expeditions, including a winter ascent of K2. In 2021, known for her adventurous spirit and resilience, Lunga has faced numerous challenges, including surviving avalanches and extreme weather conditions. She continues to push the boundaries of alpinism and is based in Italy, where she prepares for future expeditions. 8. Melissa Arnott Reed, USA. Melissa Arnott Reed is an American mountaineer notable for being the first American woman to summit Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen in 2016. Her career includes over 100 expeditions, and she has summited Everest 6 times. Arnott Reed is also dedicated to increasing access to mountaineering for women and co-founded the Juniper Fund, supporting families of local climbers who perished in the Himalayas. She resides in the US, working as a guide and instructor. National Geographic 9, Nevis Maroi, Italy. Nevis Maroi, along with her husband Romano Bennett, climbed all 14 8,000ers without supplemental oxygen or high-altitude porters, completing this in 2017. Their partnership exemplifies a pure and self-reliant style of climbing. Maroi's achievements are a testament to her endurance and commitment to alpine-style ascents. She lives in Italy and continues to inspire the climbing community with her approach to mountaineering. 10. Carla Perez, Ecuador. Carla Perez is a pioneering Ecuadorian mountaineer, becoming the first South American woman to summit Mount Everest without supplemental oxygen in 2019. Her accomplishments include summiting K2 without supplemental oxygen, showcasing her exceptional high-altitude capabilities. Perez is dedicated to guiding and inspiring climbers from her home country and beyond, leading expeditions and promoting mountaineering in Ecuador. Mountaineering expeditions are complex and challenging endeavors that require meticulous planning, preparation, and teamwork. Here's a comprehensive look at the various aspects of food, communication, safety, logistics, and the dangers associated with such expeditions. 1. Food during expeditions. Diet. Mountaineers require a high-calorie, nutrient-dense diet to sustain their energy levels and body heat in extreme conditions. Their diet typically includes carbohydrates, rice, pasta, bread, oatmeal, energy bars, proteins, canned meat, tuna, chicken, eggs, protein shakes, fats, nuts, cheese, butter, snacks, chocolate, candies, dry fruits, and energy gels. Dehydrated meals, freeze-dried meals that require boiling water for preparation. Cooking. Cooking is usually done using portable stoves like gas burners or solid fuel tablets. On higher altitudes, climbers use lightweight cookware, and meals are often limited to what can be boiled quickly to conserve fuel. Some expeditions hire professional cooks at base camps, especially in the Himalayas. Vegetables and meat. Fresh vegetables and meat are consumed at lower altitudes or base camps. At higher altitudes, they rely on preserved, canned, or freeze-dried versions. Arrangements. Supplies are carried by climbers, porters, or yaks. Food is pre-packed for specific camps to reduce weight during the ascent. 2. Charging phones and appliances. Charging. Solar panels and portable power banks are the primary sources of charging. At higher camps, power consumption is minimized to preserve battery life. Phone signals. Signals are generally available near base camps but diminish at higher altitudes. Satellite phones or two-way radios are used for communication where no network exists. 3. Communication devices used. Satellite phones, essential for emergencies and communication with the base camp. Walkie-talkies used for short-range communication between team members. GPS devices, for navigation and sharing coordinates. Contact with base camp. Regular check-ins with base camp ensure safety and coordination. 4. Emergency and rescue operations. Emergency help. Helicopter rescues are common in the Himalayas, and are organized by governments, expedition companies, or insurance agencies. Rescue teams include Sherpas, mountain guides, and medical personnel. Costs. Rescue operations can cost anywhere from $10,000 to $30,000 or more depending on the location and complexity. Insurance often covers these costs, but in some regions the climber or their expedition sponsor bears the expense. 5. Sleeping arrangements for women sleeping in expeditions. Women climbers often sleep in their own tents, ensuring privacy and safety. In shared tents they sleep alongside trusted team members. Sleeping bags rated for extreme temperatures are used for warmth. 6. Lavatory arrangements at base camps. Makeshift toilets or bio-toilets are used. At higher altitudes, climbers dig small holes, cat holes, for waste disposal and cover them after use to avoid environmental contamination. Hygiene is maintained using wet wipes and sanitizers. 7. Daily routine climbing hours. Climbers usually ascend for 6 to 8 hours per day depending on weather and altitude. Breaks are taken for hydration and snacks. Rest and sleep. They rest at designated camps and sleep for 6 to 8 hours to recover. Summit attempts often begin at night, around midnight, to maximize daylight. During the descent, night climbs are common for summit attempts to avoid avalanches and unstable snow conditions that worsen in the afternoon. 8. Cameramen and documentation. Many expeditions include professional photographers or filmmakers to document the climb. Lightweight, durable cameras are used and footage is stored on portable drives. 9. Dangerous mountains. Most dangerous mountain, Annapurna, Nepal, has the highest fatality to summit ratio, with approximately 32% of climbers perishing. K2, Pakistan. Known as the Savage Mountain, it has claimed many lives due to its technical difficulty and unpredictable weather. Mountains with most deaths. Mount Everest, Nepal, Tibet. Despite its popularity, it has witnessed over 300 fatalities. Causes include avalanches, falls, frostbite, and altitude sickness. Mountaineering is not just a test of physical endurance but also a journey of mental strength, teamwork, and survival skills. Despite the risks, climbers continue to scale the world's highest peaks, driven by their passion for adventure and the allure of the mountains. Determining the exact number of mountaineers who have lost their lives globally is challenging due to incomplete records and the remote nature of many climbing locations. However, some data is available for specific mountains and regions. Mount Everest. Since records began in 1922, at least 322 people have perished on Mount Everest, averaging about 4.4 deaths per year. Climbing Kilimanjaro. Between 1922 and 2023, over 327 climbers have died on Everest. The Sun. Global statistics. Comprehensive global statistics are scarce. For instance, in Switzerland, 32 people died in mountaineering accidents in 2021, slightly below the 20-year average of 42 fatalities per year. LACRUX. Notable mountaineers who lost their lives. Rob Hall, New Zealand, a renowned guide who died on Mount Everest during the 1996 disaster. Tony Kurtz, Germany, perished on the Eiger's North Face in 1936. Noel Hanna Island, died on Annapurna in April 2023 after summiting the peak. Climbing Michael Gardner, USA, an American climber who died on Mount Janu in Nepal in 2023. Newsweek. Frances Arsentieff, USA, known as Sleeping Beauty, she died on Everest in 1998 during her descent. Sawang Paljor, India, known as Green Boots, he died on Everest in 1996. His body became a landmark on the main Northeast Ridge route. These individuals are among many who have tragically lost their lives pursuing mountaineering challenges. The exact global number of fatalities remains uncertain due to varying record-keeping practices and the remote nature of many expeditions. Here are the top 10 tallest mountains in the world measured by their height above sea level. 1. Mount Everest. Height, 8,849 meters, 29,032 feet. Location, Nepal, Tibet, Himalayas. First ascent, 1953 by Sir Edmund Hillary, New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay, Nepal. 2. K2 Mount Godwin Austen. Height, 8,611 meters, 28,251 feet. Location, Pakistan, China. Karakoram Range. First ascent, 1954 by Lino Lastelli and Achille Compagnoni, Italy. 3. Kanchenjunga. Height, 8,586 meters, 28,169 feet. Location, Nepal, India. Himalayas. First ascent, 1955 by Joe Brown and George Band, UK. 4. Lhotse. Height, 8,516 meters, 27,940 feet. Location, Nepal, Tibet, Himalayas. Near Everest. First ascent, 1956 by Ernst Ries and Fritz Luxinger, Switzerland. 5. Makalu. Height, 8,485 meters, 27,838 feet. Location, Nepal, Tibet, Himalayas. First ascent, 1955 by Lionel Terray and Jean Cousy, France. 6. Choa Yu. Height, 8,188 meters, 26,864 feet. Location, Nepal, Tibet, Himalayas. First ascent, 1954 by Herbert Tichy, Joseph Joshua and Pasang Dawa Lama, Austria, Nepal. 7. Dhaulagiri. Height, 8,167 meters, 26,795 feet. Location, Nepal, Himalayas. First ascent, 1960 by a Swiss-Austrian Nepalese expedition. 8. Manaslu height, 8,163 meters, 26,781 feet. Location, Nepal, Himalayas. First ascent, 1956. By Toshio Imanishi and Gyalzan Norbu, Japan, Nepal. 9. Nanga Parbat height, 8,126 meters, 26,660 feet. Location, Pakistan. Himalayas. First ascent, 1953 by Hermann Bull, Austria. 10. Annapurna height, 8,091 meters, 26,545 feet. Location, Nepal. Himalayas. First ascent, 1950 by Maurice Herzog and Louis Lacanal, France. These mountains are all part of the 8,000ers, a term used for peaks above 8,000 meters. Climbing these peaks is considered one of the most challenging feats in mountaineering due to extreme weather, technical difficulty, and the effects of high altitude.